I started teaching the foundations class in 2012, and it was very different than it is now. There was way less structure, and over the years, we've explored what's worked, what hasn't worked, and developed a curriculum with some improvisation. And at this point, it is time for me to move on from teaching this class. And one of the main reasons for that is that there's a bigger vision for Spirit House, which is that Spirit House is not just about me and my vision. It is about other people connecting to Spirit, developing their own relationship with Spirit, and then, if they're so called, to then begin teaching, which is what Gurinder and Jillian are doing. Gurinder and Jillian have stayed around and really developed their own relationship to Spirit, and they bring complementary abilities. So Gurinder has an ancestral understanding of Kashmir Shaivism, which is at the heart of this work, and he is going to really step into communicating his own relationship to that work within the class. And it's a great growth edge for him, and I think great for other people to really understand this tradition from that place. Jillian has really done a great job with tracking and really slowing that process down, better than I have done. So I think actually she's better than me in terms of tracking and really understanding where people are and really helping slow things down enough for people to connect, as well as understanding these concepts not from Kashmir Shaivism, but from our own Celtic ancestral tradition, which says many of the same things. So there's a universal element to this, that some of the principles are the same, and each person develops their relationship to them through their lenses, which is essential for this work to grow.
One of the biggest shifts for me with this work was when I realized that I didn't have to adopt Justin's principles. I didn't have to become a Kashmir Shivist. I didn't have to follow Candomblé. I didn't have to work with Eshu in the way that Justin works with Eshu. That was huge, was start beginning to find my way and my own path into the work. I've entered into this work through my ancestral lineage, my Celtic lineage. I've done a lot of work around connecting to them and how do they connect to the Spirit, how do they connect to themselves through the ancient wisdom, the indigenous wisdom of those people, and the deeply animistic principles that they lived their lives by. That shift for me in working with the goddess through that lens has really opened up a deeper level of working with myself, with my ancestors, with a lot of the wounds that I carry in my own DNA. And that was a really important lesson for me to grasp, that we don't have to enter into this work necessarily through the framework. That framework is there, it's valuable, it's a really important language to share, to be able to talk about these principles so that we're on the same page. But how we actually move through this is really important, to find your own way in. And for me, that's something I really hope to be able to bring, is this alternative lens that this work can offer people.
Prior to coming to Spirit House, I was completely disconnected from my own lineage and my spiritual path. Working with Justin over the years and learning these core principles of Shaivism has helped me go deeper into my ancestral lineage, my father's side, and starting to unravel these internal wounds that I have, and learning those core principles helped me to anchor those into my body. And I hope that using these principles that I've learned, we're able to allow other people to tap into their own ancestral medicine, whatever that may be, whether that's from a Celtic lens or a Nordic lens or a South American lens. And another aspect is, from my own culture of Hinduism and Shaivism, is we use animism and deity worship in order to connect into spirit. But there's so many different ways to do this. With Native Americans use a lot of animal spirits and nature, earth elements, and our goal here is to help people identify what they're connected into and to teach them how to breathe and devotional practices that can further their spiritual goals. Finding grounding through breathing practices and your own lineage gives you the confidence internally to find where that energy is, and then you're not just reactionary to the world. Then you can hold a devotional practice, you have a ritual. This is what I'm hoping to help you with, so you're able to sit with yourself and quiet your mind so you can go internal and have a connection to spirit that doesn't fade and it can't be taken.
Thanks for watching, and we have some more videos coming up where Jillian and Gurinder will talk about what brought them to Spirit House, what made them stay, what made them decide to become a practitioner, and the structure of a typical foundations class, along with how they will help you understand some of the complicated concepts.